Like, we do have those ideas. What we lack is time.
Yes.
They deserve to be celebrated.
Yeah.
That process was very unique in the last album.
I am a very responsible person. They put fireworks, they put pyro, they put like so many things into our performance.
What?
Crazy question.
Welcome to Rock Sound 7 of 30 podcast, the only show where I find out what the questions are at exactly the same time as the guests. You know how this works by now. We've got 30 questions. They are all numbered. Our guest picks 7 numbers at random, and that is what forms their mystery interview. And our guest this week, it's The Warning. What an incredible run that they are having this year. They've just done their headline tour with a big show at London's Brixton Academy, of course, on the back of the amazing album Keep Me Fed. They were our first cover stars of Rock Sound this year as well, on part of our Stars of 2025 issue. I caught up with them remotely over Zoom. We got into all that new music stuff. Plus, they, of course, answered all of our mystery questions. So, check it out. Let's start with the obvious, shall we? Out here in the middle of a big tour, just did a massive headliner in London at legendary, Brixton Academy. Let's give a shout out. Legendary venue. How are you finding that experience? How are you? Because I mean, the UK crowds always go very, very hard for you guys. That must have been a really, really special night, right?
Yes, it was. It was amazing. We had so much fun, and we had been officially presenting Keep Me Fed, our latest album, live to everyone. So in general, it was such a special night.
Yeah, definitely. I can imagine. We should shout out. It's a big year. I've got my copy of Rock Sound here. Let's just plug it out. Let's just get that shout there. It's a beautiful mag. It was a great interview in there. But I mean, it was so nice to have you guys on the first cover of the year, because it really does feel like 2025 is such a big year for The Warning. I mean, you guys have been around for a minute. You've been doing your thing for a while. But this Keep Me Fed era, man, it feels like a whole new fan base has started kind of emerging and really coming to you. Have you felt the impact of this album and felt that kind of fan base growing in a way?
Yes, definitely. I feel like this has been the album where we've had the most growth.
Yeah.
I feel like we really took a risk and experimented with new things, and we're very glad that it resonated with people, and that our all-time fans have been enjoying it, and that our new fans can also just really see everything that we've been doing for the past 10 years reflected on this album. And we've been touring nonstop with it. We're going to keep touring nonstop with it. So it's just been such a great era, and I feel like everyone's just really proud and happy with the work that we've been doing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you guys really have built such a great live reputation. That live show is a fun show, man. It really, really is. And, when you've got a new record out like this, like you say, you've got to have just been excited to get some of these newer moments out there in front of the people. I mean, have there been any particular moments on Keep Me Fed that have maybe surprised you in the live setting, or anything that's got a particularly big reaction from this album?
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of things, like even the small things of song titles. There's a song that's called Sharks, and everyone would bring their own little sharks to the show.
They bring actual shark suits and stuff like that. It's very fun to see people really resonate with that.
For sure. And also our songs in Spanish, just hearing them across the world, just everyone singing in Spanish is just it's amazing. We love it. So we're all for the little moments and the little quirk things that make our project enjoyable for everyone, and just to live that in a single night, enjoy a live show, and just get connected through this great community that our fan base is.
Yeah, that's so nice to hear. And it definitely, I'm glad you mentioned the Spanish language songs, because that's something I remember when we were chatting with Måneskin a couple of years back, and they kind of said the same thing when they were coming over and speaking in Italian and singing those Italian songs that weren't, wasn't the big breakthrough hits necessarily, but they were really surprised by how much the English speaking fans really embrace that and really go for it, because I guess they're not used to hearing it that way. That's got to be so lovely to be able to come over and perform in native language to English speaking crowd, and just have everyone embrace it in that way.
For sure. And not only just embrace it, but sing it back. They might not even know what they're saying.
I love when we go to places where they don't speak Spanish and the Spanish songs come up on the set list and we're playing them. I like looking at people's mouths and trying to see what they're saying. Because phonetically they're kind of there, but they're not saying the words. And it's so interesting to me to see how people are still connecting emotionally to the songs, and they're super into them, in the moment. and they probably have no, maybe they read a translation or something, but they're not properly speaking it. And it's so beautiful that we can represent our culture and our language in that way, and that people still like find a connection emotionally to songs. It's really great.
Yeah, so special. Long may that continue. It's really lovely. Like I say, I mean, a big year lined up for you guys. You know, obviously loads of those live dates in the calendar. But in terms of next steps, I mean, are you one of these bands that I find that bands either really love writing on the road or really, really hate it. So, like, do you guys sit somewhere in the middle, maybe, or like, is that the case with you? How do you go about that?
Hate it.
Okay, great.
No, on the road, we like to really fully embrace ourselves with the creative process.
Don't get me wrong. If there's a great opportunity to write with somebody while you're on the road, or there's this really big opportunity and you have to write a song that day, we do it with like
we'll do it.
Todo el gusto del mundo, like just
and with 100% of our spirits,
like with no problem. But do we prefer it? Do I go out of my way to write while we're on tour? No, not at all.
Actually, that was something that's very different from Keep Me Fed, because we did that a lot. Or
we
in between tours, we were just like whoop, wrapped up and all that. And I think that's something that identifies, or like,
you know what? I feel like you can't say no to it until you try it, but we tried it. Like we already lived through it, and we're like, you know what? I prefer
the other way around
to sit down and write and record an album. But again, like to what it is like.
We go wherever life takes us.
Exactly.
100%. No, it's exciting. So, I mean, I guess it will just be time when the tour's done, then maybe that's when we collate the ideas. We think about the next steps. Is that the idea?
Yes, technically.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, technically. Yeah, sure. We'll wait and see how that all comes together for sure. One other thing I want to mention before we get into 7 of 30, you know, I saw you guys on social media the other day. You were posting, having a lovely time watching our friends in 21 Pilots play their live show. I mean, we adore that band. Unbelievable. Again, I think, you know, there's a real thing that if you can put on a great live show, that reputation is going to build and build and build. They're a great example of that. But that must have been a lot of fun. I mean, I feel I can hear little occasion. You're a very different band, but occasionally you can just hear those little influences there a little bit. Am I crazy on that, or are they a little bit inspiring?
No, that's perfect. The energy is there.
I was a really, really, really big fan when I was in middle school. I remember that was like peak 21 Pilots era. I remember that. And it's really nice to go back to the music that you listened to when you were young. I know that it sounded a bit ridiculous because I'm still young, but I'm talking about like my teenage years and going back to these shows and feeling the same emotions that you felt when you were like younger, watching those same shows. I feel like it's super admirable that they give these shows and they're able to bring back all of those emotions. Their show is great.
It's such a unique
so
show.
Interactive. I feel like more than anything, it's such like an experience to the fans. I feel like it is completely a gift to the people that have followed them and listened to their music. And I feel like that is such a beautiful thing, especially about the genre we play. I feel like that is such a unique experience to like the rock world.
Slam Dunk Festival is just around the corner, and you still have time to pick up your exclusive Rock Sound mini magazine featuring cover stars Electric Callboy, Neck Deep, Newfound Glory, and A Day to Remember. They all come with these limited edition world exclusive t-shirts and are only available at shop.rocksound.tv. Let's dive into your 7 of 30 then. So this is how this works. Like I said, we've got 30 random questions here. Some of them about music, some of them about life, a little bit about everything, right? So all I need you to do is pick 7 numbers between 1 and 30, and those will be your questions, all right? So if you want to do one each or whatever you want to do, you go for it. But I just need 7 numbers between 1 and 30. Whenever you're ready, what are we going for?
So we could do 2 each,
and then the 3 of us together.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
nice.
You go first.
15.
15. Okay, next number.
I'll go number 2.
Number 2. Okay, what next?
I'll say 7.
Great. Okay, next one.
30.
We did the title of the show. Wow.
I know. Love that. Love that cross promotion. Let's get that in there every time. Pros. All right, next number.
I'll go number 25.
25. Okay, 2 more.
I'll do 11.
11. Okay, and the last one.
And collected. Oh, well, we're 3.
I was going to say 3.
Number 3.
Number 3. I love it. Okay, so we have number 2, number 3, number 7, number 11, number 15, number 25, and number 30. Okay, do you want to do big number to small number or small number to big number? That's your last choice here.
Small to big.
Yeah,
Small
I
to
think
big.
it makes sense.
Small to big. All right, in that case, we're going to begin with question number 2, which is, what do you guys want to do when you retire? When you retire, what do you want to do?
We're like, okay.
I want to learn how to paint. I suck at painting and drawing. I would really like to have the time to sit down and actually
Like paint.
I think when I retire, first of all, resting, being at peace. I don't know, living next to a lake or something, very at peace. I would love to learn to play the piano again and really just have fun with it. Cause we played the piano when we were really young, but after working on the band and everything, I feel like I can speak for the three of us that we've lost a lot of the skill we had for playing the piano. So I would love to,
retake
that.
Yeah. I feel like a very common answer is traveling, but I would go the other way because we travel so much.
I would stay in
one place, man. And I don't know how old I would be, but I would really like to take up dancing again. But I don't know if I will have the physical energy.
No, I think you would. Yeah.
I would love to dance.
Yeah, God, these are some great. You guys have got it all made. This is a great retirement plan. You absolutely got
and think about retirement.
Yeah. I was going to say, how much is this on your mind? Okay, there we go. It's funny you say about traveling and stuff because I guess that is the thing with being in a band. You get to travel the world so much, but normally you're there for what, a couple of days on tour? You don't necessarily
or not even that much. Yeah,
maybe 8 hours if you're lucky.
And you know what? I would like to get to know places more, but being in an airport is
no, I hate that.
I would have to find a way to schedule a peaceful trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any place that you've maybe been to before where you think, you know what, that's one I've got to go back and visit properly one day?
Japan.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. We were really busy when we went to Japan.
Yeah.
I would like to go and go to towns outside of Tokyo and just chill out.
We stayed in Tokyo for almost 3 weeks and it was too much. It was a lot. It was a lot for 3 weeks.
I would love to go back and just really chill out, really explore and enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. No big exploration. We got to mention the piano there as well, as you just did, because that's so interesting that it's such a skill you have to, because I'm exactly the same, by the way. I played piano loads as a kid. If you put me down in something right now, I would genuinely struggle. It would take me a minute. It's such a crazy thing, but it's especially crazy for you guys because obviously very, very skilled musicians, but on other instruments. But it's
we just got focused on.
I still play the piano because that's where I write. But I can't play it we used to be classically trained. We're talking about competition, classically trained, and I don't think I could. I can't read the way that I used to.
Coordination,
reading. Yeah, I would also love to do that. It's a dream.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, that's a lovely thing. And dancing as well, I'll give that a shout out because that's great. Is there any particular type of dancing you're kind of drawn to there? Are we thinking any particular style you'd actually love to kind of go and do some classes in or something?
Yes, definitely. I feel like jazz or contemporary. No, not
hip hopping. No,
I would be the worst.
She would be really bad
at hip hop. Yeah, but ballet, I think it's too.
I think wait. Yes, context.
But it's too strict.
We used to dance when we were younger. We used to take dance lessons. We used to dance jazz and ballet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you could take a chill ballet class.
I'm not trying to be a professional, but still, it's it hurts.
Yeah, it does hurt.
It's a workout. That's athletes right there. That is full on athletes right there. All right, let's do your next question. And the next one you picked was number 3. So, what was your best memory of school? What was your best memory of your time at school?
Oh, wow.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
This is a very silly one, but ¿cómo se llama el Día del Niño?
Do you have the day of the children?
Children's Day?
You have Children's Day?
Is that a thing?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's a thing in the UK.
Mexico,
okay.
It's April 30th.
So you have Mother's Day, Father's Day, and you have Children's Day.
Children's Day, okay.
That's a nice idea.
It's cool. And in our school, first we would leave early, the time we would leave normally was like 2 p.m. We would go to school. This day we left at 12 p.m., which was great.
And
you could wear your normal clothes, and you would like.
Oh, because it was a private school.
And it was like a free day. Every classroom had like different activities to do, and you have your little list of every classroom with every game. You could go play like loteria. You could do ¿cómo se llama? El llena tu loco. You could like go get food.
Everything is so Mexican.
Everything is very Mexican. But it was always so fun. And then they would have like a little talent show, and people could sing. You could play Just Dance and like it was just a very fun Children's Day. And I always looked forward to that day.
Children's Day was
every
awesome.
year. It was it's so fun. It was always very fun.
I cannot believe we don't have this in the UK. This is an amazing idea.
It is pretty
deserve to be celebrated.
Yes, 100%. Every day should be Children's Day. Come on, let's celebrate that. I like that a lot. How were you guys as students, by the way? Were you very studious at school? Did you do well in your classes? How were you guys?
Well, we each have, I think it's very stereotypical. Like older sister,
Dany was
like,
a teacher's pet.
Yeah,
Dany was a great student. I was like the ADHD chaos kid who did really well, and like I did really well academically, but I was a menace in the classroom.
And then I'm like the middle ground. I had a bit of both, and it was horrible because like the teachers would have already given like lessons to like Dany and Pau, and they were like, "Who are you gonna be like?
What are you?
Like, who are you?" And I'm like, it was always really weird to like get their teachers.
Teachers would love me because they knew Dany. And then they would meet me, and they're like, "You're nothing like your
And then
sister."
sometimes they would hate me because they thought I was more like Pau, or love me because they thought I was more like.
I was a great student. I participated. I was so passionate about it.
But you were too participating.
I was annoying. I will give my teachers that.
Oh bless. Oh, but I mean, how were you guys in music class as well? I mean, was that kind of one of the places that really sparked your love of music, or was it kind of outside of school?
Wait,
no.
Music classes in school? No. But music classes individually?
Yes.
Because like being with the recorder, like at that it was then we had band. Like we had
band
like Alan and I were in saxophone.
But I feel like when you have to play music to get a good grade, it's never a good motivation to like music. So I think like I don't know one person in my like generation that actually liked going to music class, because like I feel like when you put a grade on it, it just becomes like frustrating. And like and if you don't want to do it, like, but you're not gonna like it.
In our personal music lessons, like outside of school,
fascinating.
I think we were really good students. I think we were always very curious, and we were very fast learners. I remember sometimes I would lie to my teachers, and I would say that I did practice, because I would just arrive to the lesson and be able to play it perfectly. And
I always did that.
It's a guilt I carry with me. It's like, God, I could have practiced more.
I always did that.
I could have not.
At least at school, not in my personal lessons. I would always practice.
No, in my personal lessons, I would play.
But in school, I would lie. I'm like, I don't need to practice this. Like, I know this.
Oh, I love that. My excuse was always, I'd tell them I had like a music lesson that was just starting, and it was just to get out of gym class. That was always my move. Yeah. Which is a bad move looking back, but what you gonna do? It worked at the time.
Exactly.
Question number 7 is your next one. Name a time that you got starstruck. Now, I imagine there's probably a few here because you guys have met a lot of your heroes over the years, right?
Yes.
We're thinking of the same one, aren't we?
We were at the EMAs last year. It was a huge deal. We're big K-pop fans, and there's this group called Sserafim. And they were playing there. We saw them at rehearsals because they rehearsed after us. Yeah. And we were too shy to say hello.
They were working.
They were working. We didn't want to bother them. Like, they were doing their thing. Then the day of the actual EMAs, we were backstage together. And I don't know if it was like their publicist or like their PR person, I don't know, came up to our PR person. They were like, "Hey, the girls would love to meet. Like, they want a picture together." And we're like, "Oh, what?" And we got to meet them. We got to talk to them. They're so talented. They're so great. So it was just, but I was really like,
you were shaking.
Yeah, I was very nervous. I love them. They're so amazing.
Yeah.
So
and
it was,
disclaimer, like, we always get starstruck with like, because we've met so many incredible musicians and people, but they're all like within our world. So it was the rock world. Yeah. So it's very different to meet someone that you never thought you were gonna cross paths with, because they have nothing to do with like the type of music. Like it's
not your world.
Not even a festival. Not even like there was no way we would have.
Everyone we saw at the EMAs, it was just like we never thought we were gonna see these people, because we're so in like, it's such a different world. Like the rock world is so different.
Yeah.
That it was just like very
you don't really
amazing.
Intersect with pop culture all the time. So it was just very surprising to see somebody that I was a fan of that I would have never thought that we had anything in common to be in the same event. And we got to meet them. They were very lovely.
Amazing. I'm glad you mentioned the EMAs actually, because congrats on that, guys. It was such a slick performance, and it's got to be an interesting creative challenge because, you know, there's playing a live show, but then making that work on TV is a whole different thing. Like, tell me about that experience of putting together a big TV award show performance like that.
The EMAs were, I think it's been the best event that we've ever been to in our entire lives.
So organized,
so professional.
Like people could tell you how to breathe if you ask them to. Like everything is so organized down to
really honestly the prop. Like, we just got to give a huge shout out to the MTV crew and everyone who planned it. Because we were on tour. We had some ideas, but they were the ones who really grounded it. And not only like their ideas and their creativity and organization, but they were so excited to have a rock performance. And they really opened up that space for like the EMA's general pop culture, and then just having an up and coming rock band from Mexico and being that supportive, and that they were so enthusiastic. Like they were just so into it.
They
like,
wanted to make it come to life for sure.
They were they put fireworks, they put pyro, they put like so many things into our performance because they wanted it to feel like that rock experience. And we were just so happy that we got invited to be a part of it and that we were able to represent rock that year. Because honestly, we would just love to go back, because we have never worked with such professional, amazing people. Everything was just so wonderful. The biggest shout out to them. They were absolutely amazing.
Oh, I love that. No, congrats again. Like, it was so great. It'd be great to see more rock bands on those kind of stages because it just works so well. It's such a nice fit.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, really cool fit. All right, let's do your next question. This is question number 11. What is the worst piece of advice you have ever received? This could be music related or just general. I don't know. But what worst piece of advice? Any bad advice?
So I think I know one, which is, I think it depends on the situation, but of course we've been told, I don't know if that's advice, but just told, like, just smile more.
That classic.
That's a horrible thing to say to someone.
It's just like,
no, I feel like specifically as women in this industry, you get told a lot of advice that is just like really misogynistic at the end of the day. So, but again, I don't think we take it very seriously.
No, for sure.
Like, I don't remember anything. We've probably been told a lot of bad things.
Just being kids since we started working, the amount, like, even from people who care about us, like our fans or whatever, people always feel like everyone who sees you feels entitled to having an opinion and to sharing it and giving advice. And sometimes it comes from a really good place. But
like, you shouldn't dedicate your life to music.
And it's like, hey, you know what?
Well, I remember this one was very common when we were younger, when like our cover of Enter Sandman blew up and people were like, go pop. And we're like, no. So that's advice.
And you know what? Even like do more covers, do more covers. You're really going to do well with all the covers. I feel that was advice that we got all the time. It's not necessarily bad advice.
Because we do well with covers.
Yeah, we know that. But it's just like not something
want to make our own thing.
Yeah. But honestly, I think we've been very blessed to be surrounded with people who were able to always just like really help us, like guide us through all of that.
And guide us to finding our own way.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way of looking at it, particularly when it's something like covers as well. That's an interesting one because it can really help artists break through. But like, you need to have a reason for the cover. Do you know what I mean? Like, there needs to be a song that actually does speak to you as artists. Otherwise, what's the point? And you want to be able to put your own spin on things as well, which I think you guys always do very well. But like, it's that's the important bit, isn't it? You want it to be a song that you actually have some attachment to, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, not just doing it because...
Yes, doing a cover because you know it's going to do well on social media is not necessarily the most fun thing and fulfilling thing you can do.
And it's noticeable, I think, when it's not genuine. Yeah,
no, I think that makes sense. Are there any songs out there that you've kind of always had your eye on of like, oh, do you know what? We could do a great cover of that one day.
So
Is there any like?
I feel like the Alanis Morissette cover
Was one of
honestly just
those. Was one of those.
And
I had it on my list.
And we were like, oh, honestly, would have liked to have more time to give it our own like little flair, because we had no time. We had to learn it. We had like a week to learn it, but I liked it. Like I enjoyed
one that I've been really wanting to do is Vampire of Time and Memory by Queens of the Stone Age. I think we would do a wonderful version of that. It has piano, it's moody, and it's something that people wouldn't normally expect from us.
Exactly.
But I feel that we would do an incredible
and I feel that those are the songs that catch your attention, like stuff that has nothing to do with us. So
or like in a weird
I wanted to do I was in between like Alanis Morissette and Gwen Stefani.
Like
I wanted to do something just like so different, do like our thing, because it also has rock roots, whatever. Like we do have those ideas. What we lack is time. Yes.
This is the retirement plan, really. Just a ton of covers, right? There we go. We've cracked it. That's what you guys will be doing, recording all those covers you never got to do. Next question's number 15, kind of similar to territory, actually. Tell us about a song you never finished but wish you had. So is there any like demos or anything that you just never had time to finish, or anything you just... Is that there?
I do have some.
Yes.
There's so many.
Yeah. Before like when we were making Keep Me Fed, we had a lot of songs that we wanted to include in the album that just didn't have the time to fully flesh them out. We were in writing rooms where we had to start something from scratch, and some things just went into, but you know what? I would not finish them.
I was
if I was thinking about it like in the present, I would not go back to them.
I was gonna say that like we do have so many unfinished songs, but I wouldn't say like I feel the need to finish them, and like
that era.
It's like it is what like
we grew from those songs, and they didn't make it for a reason. Like the universe just made it that way, and that's that. And they served like we could also just go back and grab like, you know what, I really loved that verse. Let's just take it and do something else with it. But I don't think like a fully fleshed song idea that we didn't finish, I would just leave it there. And it was for us. It was our moment. We remember it,
or maybe in 50 years, like the forgotten ones.
You never know. Exactly. Never know.
A Forgotten Ones album. All these ones that didn't make it, maybe. How are you guys when you come down to actually putting together those final touches on an album, like Keep Me Fed, for example? Does it take you a while to settle on that final track list, or was it quite obvious the ones that were jumping out at you? How was that process?
That process was very unique in the last album.
With Keep Me Fed, that was the amount of songs that we had written, that were approved, that were finished. That was that. We didn't have a single song. We had like extra ideas, but like from the songwriting sessions we had, we just like picked what we liked, and then we worked on it. We're like, oh, it's the amount of songs we need. So then we rewrote. Some of them we kept the very what we had that we did.
So that was very particular for this album, and we love it because it made it what it is, and we're so proud of it. But that's not our usual process. Not that we have one.
And
but
honestly, I mean, the usual process was before we were like touring, like before we were the band that we are today. So I'm very excited for the next album to figure out what our process will be. Because I feel like we have changed as a band, and we were used to something else. And we learned from Keep Me Fed what we liked about the process, what we didn't like. So it's interesting to see what the new norm will become for our writing process.
That will always be the case.
We will always. You grow as a person, you grow as a musician, and it will change. Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes and develops. Definitely constantly moving thing. You get to try new stuff. It's going to be interesting. Let's do your next question. So this is number 25. I want best and worst experiences you've seen in a mosh pit. So you guys must get a few pits going, particularly at festivals, I would imagine. Anything particularly wild jumped out in the crowd for you guys?
I'm always scared for them.
I remember this last one when we were in
Academy.
Academy. I felt so bad because it was like the last song of the set, and people were moshing, and like they crowd surf, and
as well
the security takes them out and whatever. They were taking them out horizontally, so they would hit so many people instead of like vertically, and it was just a mess. And this man like kept moving around, and there was this girl, maybe my age, maybe younger, was at the very front, and they kicked her so bad in the face, and they like
oh no,
smashed her.
so
Like
bad.
it was so bad. It was like at the very end of her set. It was like the last 2 songs, and she got out of there like crying. She couldn't stop crying. Like her head was like, she was like covering her head because like they hit her so bad. I was just like, she was in front of me. And I was like I don't know what to do. Like because it was like the last song of the set. I was like, at this point, like I can't do anything. And I just kept staring at her, and I'm like, and at the end of the show, I told her like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "No," and I'm like, "I'm so sorry." And I just like I gave her a pic. I told security guard to give her a pic, and it was so bad.
Nice.
Like I love seeing people mosh, but when they don't take care of like the people around them, it can become really dangerous. So it's like a very bittersweet thing to see, because when people are used to it, I feel like our crowds are very mixed. So
we have a lot
people,
of kids as
we have a lot of kids, and then a lot of older people. So it's like it's a very interesting mix of people, and we love seeing people mosh, but it's very important to keep everyone safe.
Yes.
Safety first,
And we
always.
always try to make sure that everyone's
are
safe.
And
But when the crowds grow, like when we start playing bigger venues, I don't think people take into account how much we don't see the crowd. Because they put like the smoke machines, so you can see the lights and whatever. You don't really see much unless
only
it's
like the first row.
and I'm more in the back, so sometimes I do see the first row. But it is only when the smoke is cleared when I can actually see the people. So you try to watch out for people and see that they're okay, but sometimes you don't see anything. So usually what I do see of the mosh pits, it's usually in festivals. Where I can actually like appreciate it. And in festivals, it's a different rush, because most of the times people don't know who we are. And it's like people don't know your music, and you're trying to convince them to like you, like, hey, listen to me. And you see people vibing with you in that way, like they're moshing. We played in, where was it? Where we played really late at night.
Oh, in Poland.
Okay, we did a festival in Poland. Nobody had any idea who we were, and we were playing like at 12 a.m.
It was
we were
midnight.
playing really late, and we were like, who is going to stay for our set? But there were so many people, and
there was an inflatable boat. Like
people were moshing, people were doing their thing. So that was a very fun one. I was just astonished. Like
it was a very crazy
people are vibing. Okay.
That's awesome. No, that's always nice to see. You'll probably get a few people's first ever mosh pits at your shows as well with the younger crowds. That's cool. That's fun to see, these newer rock fans. That's great. All right. One more in your 7 of 30 is, of course, number 30. So what would you ask if you ever met the devil?
What? Crazy question. That's insane.
What would I ask?
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, are you real?
You're
That's a good start. That's a good question to start.
Actually. Like,
is this like an existential question?
This is existential right here.
It's a big one. It's a big one.
It is such a big one.
What would I ask?
Because you have to believe in him.
Exactly.
Are you real? It's
are you
real? It's a good question.
I would ask.
Hallucinating?
I would ask if like everything around like their story and like everything surrounding
are you
the
legit?
belief. Like is it real?
Is your lore real?
Yes.
Yeah. Like
has your lore been truthful to you?
Yeah. Like is your story real? Like what they tell us about you is that real? Like are you who we think you are?
Exactly.
I would
be twisted by history.
No, I would
What's
ask
your
that.
truth?
What is your truth? What is your truth? Speak your truth.
This is like the Wicked version, but for the devil. Like
exactly,
is evil real?
Story? Like what is going on here? I would ask because I don't know.
Very valid question.
Because what would I ask the devil? Like what would I ask?
You could ask him if he likes tacos.
I guess. But that's if you have a question with the devil, that's what you would ask.
This is too existential for my taste. I'm going to start freaking out. So I will jump on your answer.
I would.
And I will stay with the tacos.
Rock Sound 7 of 30 is back. You know the drill. 30 questions. Our guests pick 7 completely at random, and that's what forms their mystery interview. You can check out a new episode right now featuring Yungblud over on the Rock Sound YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. These are now some quickfire questions we ask absolutely everybody. Okay, so we ask everybody these ones. These are the finishing questions here. This is what we call the Big 7. Okay, so nice and quick. First off, name one song that will always make you cry.
As the world caves in. Is that the word? Is that the one?
Yes, as the world keeps in.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
the
one.
artist name, but every time I listen to it, I
It's a
bawl my
great song.
eyes
It's
out.
perfect.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
So
it's-
sad.
It's horrible.
I actually don't cry to music, so I don't know.
What do you mean?
Not even to like volver a comenzar a cabeza, like something
I
tragic.
mean, I have cried. I'll say what I comenzar. I have cried, but when I saw it live, but I don't listen to music to
And
cry.
You're
Oh.
missing out.
Like I don't do
It's
that.
cathartic.
I have
Yeah, I know.
so many, but I would say Pink Floyd's "Comfortably Numb"
That's a good one.
solo. Like the
Wish You Were
solo
Here. Do you
makes
listen to
me
that song
cry.
and
Oh,
not
that's
cry?
horrible. That yeah,
Yeah.
I would cry too. Wish
There's,
you were
there's
here, right?
so
Pink
many
Floyd.
songs that are so.
But that's why I don't listen to them because I don't want to cry. I don't listen to sad music.
Wait, this is rapid fire. Okay.
know.
That's good. No, that's great answers. I love that. Give me 2 items you can never leave the house without.
The house without my phone, and my lipstick.
Oh,
Good.
I have so
I'll
many.
probably go with my wallet.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I have so
and
many. I have so many things.
I carry a little tajin bottle with me. Tajin, you know what that is? Yeah, it's like
No,
a.
I don't. Go on.
It's a little Mexican
It's chili
spice.
powder.
It's like
Yeah.
chili powder.
Oh, okay, cool. That's great.
Yeah.
I would say my headphones and my Aquaphor.
Oh, very good. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense. What are your top 3 tips for going to a festival?
Okay, we're horrible people to ask that because we
Yeah.
don't go
Yeah.
we don't go to
No,
festivals as music.
Wear comfortable shoes.
Comfortable. Hey,
Comfortable
Don't
shoes.
do it for the look.
No.
people go out
Comfortable shoes.
I
on
hate
their
it.
looks and then they're dying throughout the day.
No.
Think comfortable.
Yeah. I
Think
would say
comfortable.
think comfortable. I would always take a bandana in case the sun gets too hot. So
And
protect your
your-
head. And
Sunscreen.
electrolytes. Electrolytes are very important.
But wait,
you
you
can't
can't
take
talk.
them.
Okay, take.
you
But
can.
you
You
can.
Little
Yeah.
powder.
And okay,
yeah.
and going to the bathroom is a whole thing. If you're a girly, take a period pad just in case you don't have toilet paper in the porta potties. You're set for life. You're
for life.
welcome.
There you go.
You are welcome.
Good practical advice there. That's very, very smart. Pick 4 people, they could be alive or dead, to invite to your dream party. 4 people.
Oh my god, I would pick Julie Andrews. Cause
Okay.
I want
I would say
to.
Michael Jackson.
Okay, there you go.
Um,
Oh my
Betty
god.
White.
I
Sofia Vergara.
Sofia
I love
Vergara.
that woman.
Sofia
I'm
Vergara.
watching Modern Family again.
Yes.
I love that woman.
I love Sofia Vergara.
Dude, we have to invite Brittany Broski.
Brittany Broski, my
She's
girl.
so cool.
I love the
My girl.
They're all so different.
Yeah.
That's the wildest mix, but that's a great party. That's so
We
good.
would have a good
My
time.
mom and dad.
Oh, that's
That's
cute.
so good. How would you describe the warning in just 5 words?
Okay, do one word.
Powerful.
Energetic.
Mexican.
Family. We're missing one. It's his home. It's home to me.
It is
That's nice. That's a
Yeah.
very nice way to describe it. How would your friends describe you guys in 6 words?
in 6 words, individual. Okay, for me, it would be creative,
Individually.
passionate, responsible,
Loud.
Responsable.
loud. I am a very responsible person. Compared to our friends who are just starting out like their
Wait.
adult life.
Say your
Okay.
6 words.
Loud, I would say loud.
Yes.
Sometimes annoying. And
many words are those?
funny. I'm funny.
You are funny.
Nice.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Okay.
They would say I'm shy.
Yes. Mysterious for sure.
But no, my friends don't think I'm mysterious anymore.
Wow.
No.
They used to.
They used to.
to.
Not anymore. I was gonna say another one and I don't remember it. I
I'm
had to.
Sorry.
I had to.
That's good.
I had to, and I don't know. And I don't
That's good. That
Oh,
works. That
I am
works.
responsible. I will say I am very responsible.
Why are you insinuating that I'm
Um,
not? I am responsible.
I don't know if this is like a something to describe me, but I'm a very well prepared person. And
Responsible.
I guess. But I don't know how my friends would describe me. I'll have
You
to
should
ask
ask
them.
them.
I'll have
Yeah.
to ask
I'm gonna
them.
go with smiley. They would say I'm smiley, that I am joyful.
Yes.
What else? They think I'm cool. But I think
Coolest
but-
chick out there.
it's because
They might
It's
think I'm cool.
in our
maybe.
in our
Yes,
friendship,
they would think we're cool.
because in our friendship circle, no one is a rock star. I
Yeah.
mean, no one tours, no one.
I don't know if
dedicates-
It's a pretty cool job. Pretty
It's
cool
a
job.
job.
I think you are cool. Okay, continue. Sorry.
They would think I am.
They would describe you as.
Yeah, they would describe me as, I don't know, maybe fun.
Yes, you are fun. Come on, you can do it. Two more.
I don't really know. I'm gonna stay with those.
I feel it built.
That's good. That's a good mix.
That I had my 6 answers.
No, I don't know how my friends
perceive me. Yeah, we have to ask them.
You have to ask them. We'll have to check him. Ask them. Okay. Final question. So you can only pick 7 of your own songs to play for the rest of your life. Which 7 for the rest of your career?
Okay,
which 7 are we picking?
More sick.
Okay. Automatic Sun.
We
can agree on those 3.
Yes, those 3 for sure. Oh, I'm sorry, but I like Satisfied.
No, I wouldn't.
For the rest of our life,
maybe
what about
no.
Sharks?
Sharks is very fun.
Sharks.
I would pick ¿Qué más quieres?
¿Qué más
¿Qué más
quieres?
quieres?
You know what?
Yes.
Survive. I really like playing Survive. I think it's so cute. Hey, if we fix the timing of
everything,
Survive is cute because we wrote it when we were so young.
Honestly,
I
would pick
yes.
Survive. I don't mind playing Money. I feel like we need to choose something from the other albums.
Okay, Money.
No, but
I would choose Disciple over Money.
I would.
Yes.
Disciple.
Yes.
Never mind. Disciple. That wasn't hard.
That's a good set list. I mean, I love that you were immediately straight off the bat, like so much of Keep Me Fed. This is good. That's a good place to be in.
We're happy with our newest material. What can we say?
Good.
That's a very good place to be. That's a very good place to be, guys. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to chat with you. Thanks so much as ever. I mean, congrats on the album again. Congrats on the tour. We look forward to seeing you back in the UK whenever that is. But yeah, just take care of yourselves till then, all right?
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks so much for watching this edition of Rock Sound 7 of 30 podcast. Make sure you hit subscribe on our YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a little comment down below.